Down here, Logan Hale, dude. Get that 100% whole shot award and that thing up so you can see it. How's it feel?
It feels good. Kind of tired, and I mean, I don't know. Outside it was kind of slick, but just held on and let the 250 eat.
That 250 eat. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Fly Racing, WPS, O'Neill, or not O'Neill, Fly, Scott, TCD, Slipshot, Husqvarna, and my dad.
All right, guys, you got Logan Hale for getting that whole shot award and the luck of the draw.
So slight laps underway right now before we get ready to go down to the podium here in the 250C.
Got a word from Logan Hale's dad. I worked with when I very first started riding down at Orlando next week, and we worked on starts actually, so that's pretty cool to hear. Up to the podium, we're getting our class champions up here, first, second. Gotta get that luck of the draw taken care of. All right, up for a while to get the job done, get that third overall, dude. How's it feel to be up here on the box?
Feels great, you know, just having fun out there. Feels great to be on the podium.
Dude, you're looking good out there. How's the track?
Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty deep, but other than that, it's really great.
Dude, awesome job. Tell me who you'd like to thank. I know you got some more motos coming up.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, grandma, grandpa, Stan Benson Racing, Throttle Syndicate, Unwired, X-Brand, ETS Fuel, Clover Hill Suspension, and everybody else. Thank you very much.
All right, there you go. Give it up to our third place finisher. Second place had to go back to the starting line. I know all these guys got to get back to the line soon, but Kyle Paleologo's getting her done, dude.
It feels good. I was a little nervous with how the start went because I was around mid-pack. I made it up to like 7th, and then I hit a big, like, 5-person battle. So I just rode behind them, trying to be smart, until I had a line to get through them. I saw the line, got through up to 3rd, and then he was taking his goggles off in the track, so I went around him easily because he was taking his goggles off. And then the pass for first, I think they went down. I'm not too sure, but I ended up here, so I'm happy with it.
That's what mattered, man. I had fun watching you come through the pack, but tell me who you'd like to thank, who got you to this point.
Triangle Cycles, War Eagle MX, Shea Bentley, Kendall Mason, Monster Mountain MX, 6D, Hydro Power, Answer Racing, and anybody else who helped. Thank you.
All right, now I'm going to bring in Matt Burkeen. I'll hand you over that number 1 hand you over that number 1 plate.
Good times down there on the podium. Hey, once again, big call for the 250A Pro Sport. You need to be heading down to staging. 250A Pro Sport riders need to be down in staging. So working on sight laps here. But once again, 250A Pro Sport, you need to be down in staging. So again, sight lap winding down here. We're going to have the 50cc 4-6 Limited coming off the gate next for the next race. 250A Pro Sport riders, you need to be down in staging as your moto is going to run at 10 a.m. That is very rapidly approaching. And we also need riders in the 35 plus and 50 plus down in staging as you'll be going after this 50cc 7 to 8, which is only 2 motos from now. So 35 plus and 50 plus and 250A Pro Sport all need to be down in staging. So going to line them up back down in the start gate here for the 50cc riders. Got 2 classes of 50s, going to be the next 2 motos. And then we're going to have the vet riders coming down. Hey, folks, make sure you stop down and say hi to the folks down at Thor. Check out the new 2023 gear they have down there, as well as the all-new Sentinel LTD Roost Guard. Make sure you stop down and say thanks to the folks from Thor, one of the presenting sponsors of the event. They've been a part of Freestone's James Stewart Freestone Spring Championship for a number of years as the presenting sponsor along with Parts Unlimited. And big thanks to the folks from Thor. And once again, remember, if you're dropping off pit bikes, yes, I'm talking to you folks right there. Don't leave those things right in the middle of the road. If you're getting on an e-bike right next to the tower and a CRF 50, yeah, don't park those in the middle of the roadway. Move them off to either side if you're going to leave them there, okay? So 50cc 4-6 Limited going to be the next moto off the gate. 57 to 8 Limited, you should be right in staging. That'll be followed by the Vet 35 and 50 plus. And then a 250A Pro Sport going to slot in there as well.
All-new Yamaha YZ450F. Narrower, more compact, and lighter. Built to do one thing: go faster.
So it looks like sight laps have been completed here. We're going to line all the riders back up down in the start gate and get ready to go racing with race number 8 in the order, the 50cc 4-6 Limited.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Rebel 1100 from Honda.
Get all the riders lined up back down there in the start gate as we get ready to go with the 50cc riders back into the racing action. Looks like some of the riders still sliding down there into the start gate. As you see those big flags waving behind the Freestone County Raceway start gate. Texas and American flags flying high there. All right, looks like we got everybody in the gate. We're going to count them down, make sure they're all set to go. And then the 2 card will go up. All right, going to send it down to the 2 card. All right, the card turns around to 1, it goes sideways, and here come the 50cc riders. Let's see who's going to grab that 100% hole shot.
If bigger is better, then bigger.
So 753, Cameron Buckman going to grab the 100% hole shot here for the 50cc 4-6 Limited.
Something like
starting that race out right. That's where you want to be at the start of the moto, out front with nothing but clear track ahead of you.
Crew model side by side, giving you more seating, more hauling, more towing. Standard hard doors and spacious
make the way through the twist and shout section, dropping down into that left-hander on their way to the Leonard Skinner Oak Tree turn.
Is pushed forward to optimize shoulder room and comfort. At the core of the new crew model is a class-leading engine, paired with Honda's exclusive dual-clutch transmission, featuring a high-low sub-transmission, true engine braking,
All right, here comes your leader coming back through the inside into the Shock Sox S-turn. And it's still the 753 of Buckman out front. And it's still the winner in Moto 1 for the 50cc 4-6. He was the winner in Moto 1 for the 50cc 4-6. And
yeah, Don, it looks like he is already has about a 6-second. It looks like he is already has about a 6-second. Reniker, Meyer, Smith, over our second place rider. Reniker, Meyer, Smith, Sanagati, Roberts, Rollins, Mode, and Sanagati, Roberts, Rollins, Mode, here. So Buckman in 12th position here. So Buckman.
Yep, that's all important. 100% hole shot. Look at that. All important. 100% hole shot. Look at that. You can see how it's paying off for him already. So 50cc riders, the 4 to 6 class. So 50cc riders, the 4 to 6 journey in motocross right here, folks. The journey in motocross right here, folks. The youngest riders, 4 to 6, and the youngest riders, folks, getting out here and having a good time. It's great to see these folks getting out here, really getting after it too on the track. We're seeing some great, really getting after it too on the track. We're seeing some great skills. Those riders had to deal with a rough and tumble track. Those riders had to deal with a rough and tumble track.
To have the conditions that are this early morning here, this 9:41 a.m. This early morning here, this 9:41 a.m. from 24 hours ago, and these 51cc from 24 hours ago, and no doubt smiling about that. Riders are no doubt
parents probably smiling right now too. Yeah, absolutely. Parents probably smiling right now too.
Power washing, cleaning didn't take place here. Power washing, cleaning
green
flag is going to be awaiting Cameron. Green flag is going to be awaiting Cameron Buckman. And Don, if you look after Buckman, you've got Renneker. Don, if you look after Buckman, you've got Renneker in second in Moto 1, Smith in fifth, Bryson second in Moto 1, Smith third, Bryson Smith in results, the numbers are third, all over the map here. The results, the numbers are kind of all over the map. The moto score tallies 6.7 tallies. The moto score tallies 6.7 points. So the only 9, 10, and then consistent one here is the Cameron Buckman. Consistent one here is Moto win and leading the second one pretty convincingly. He's got about a 17-second gap on lap 2, Don.
Yeah, and that's that good start. That's the tail of the tape right there. Yeah, but we got plenty of laps to go, so this one's going to need to have some sorting out going on. So it's Buckman, Renneker 1 and 2, Sethoff running in the third spot, Meyer and Brody Jones going to round out your top 5. So yeah, right now the top 5 from yesterday all kind of shuffled around in the top 5 here. They're kind of close to where they were, but, you know, yeah, Cameron Buckman. Can't say enough about that 1-1.
No. So here's the rundown. It's Buckman, Renneker, Satoff, Myers, Jones, Smith, Roberts, Wood, and Santagani in 9th position. And back in 10th, it's Rollins, Ryan Mode in 11th. 12th place is going to be Usolo. 13th is Barbary Jr., 14th is Williams, and Zion Gaines, the 33, new to the sport of motocross, back there in 15th position. And we hung out with Zion, his parents, up there last night at the Mike Burkeen concert and the J.P. Shan party, and the Gaines family just having a good time out here at the races.
There you go, and that's what it's all about. Got to have a good time. You know, we all get kind of caught up in the competitive spirit sometimes, but you got to have a good time. Okay, not exactly sure how this happened, but apparently somebody lost their retainer out there. So if you've got a dental appliance that's no longer in your mouth, someone lost a retainer and that was turned in down at registration, we will take your word for it if you say it's yours. But yeah, if you lost your retainer, it's down at registration.
When Ronda Radio said, Shan, we have a first, I started laughing because I knew it was going to be good because we've heard just about everything over the years, Don, but not a retainer. Somebody has lost their retainer and is going to lose their Invisalign straight teeth in 6 months if they don't pick up the retainer. So if you want crooked teeth again, don't pick up your retainer.
I mean, we've had phones, dogs, kids,
bicycles,
all kinds of things, wallets, but yeah, this is a first.
A retainer. Hey, I wonder if it'll fit my teeth. Maybe straighten back out. And not save me a few $1,000s at the orthodontics.
Yeah, so whoever that belongs to, if Shan puts it in his mouth, you might want to go get another one.
That's right.
All right, so Cameron Buckman to 753. Solid run going out front here. Renneker, Sathoff, and Meyer Jones still running top 5. This is the 50cc 4 to 6. 50cc 7 to 8 limited is going to be next off the gate. Then we'll have the 35 and 50 plus. And I believe the 250A is going to slot in there as well. Yeah, we're closing in on 10 o'clock. So 250A Pro Sport riders, if you're not down in staging right now, you're messing up.
Yep, it is time to watch this third moto coming up at 10 a.m. for the 250A Pro Sport.
And it looks like they might be slotting the 250A riders right into the gate right now. So they will go ahead of it, the 50cc 7 to 8 limited, it looks like.
Check out Kevin Kelly there on the Freestone YouTube channel dancing around. Hey, Kevin, you're looking pretty sunburnt.
That's it. That's his usual look, bright red and flopping around in the breeze.
He's break dancing. And he hasn't quit for days, man.
That's actually exactly how he looks when he dances, believe it or not.
I have seen that. You recall, Don, we had the, I forget what we called it, the glam, the gorgeous ladies of motocross.
Oh,
the wine tasting
yes.
deal we did when the first couple of
Yes.
years you came down. And Kevin eventually got off into the wine with all the ladies, and he was breakdancing down on the ground, doing the centipede, busted out the cardboard so he could do the back spins.
Yeah, it was frightening to watch. Right now we're watching a young rider working through the twist and shout section, going to make that left-hander and head towards the Leonard Skinner Oak Tree turn. So Cameron Buckman, Carter Renneker, Buckman with a big gap, 22 seconds. So that good start there, the 100% hole shot and consistent laps out of the 753, giving him the advantage here.
That is literally just throwing the gauntlet down, saying I'm the top dog in this 4 to 6 limited class across the nation. So we're going to be watching for Buckman at all the other AMA major events, including the Loretta Lynn area qualifiers, the regionals, and the big dance there at Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, later on in July.
Yep, the national.
But you got to think, Buckman, I mean, this is pretty convincing, Don, with a 23 or 24-second gap over Renneker and the rest of the riders. You got to think Buckman should be the odds-on favorite to win a lot of these AMA major events throughout the rest of the year. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, this is the thing. I absolutely think that points to who's possibly the winner, but there's always somebody else who shows up, and you just never know if there's somebody who decided they're going to just keep, you know, to stay at home, get in the woodshed, and go to work, and then show up somewhere and just snatch it away. But, yeah, Cameron Buckman looking like he's got a pretty solid chance at that.
Here is the rundown. It's Buckman, Renneker, Satoff, Myers, Jones, Robert Smith, Brooks Rollins back in 8th, Dante Santagani in 9th. 10th place is going to be Caden Wood. It's Ozzie Barbary Jr. back there in 11th. We'll be seeing his dad race in one of the vet classes coming up. Ryan Mode in 12th, Ryden Williams in 13th, Zion Games in 14th, and Jaylee Osceola in 15th, please. Jaylee Osceola in 15th.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to kind of shuffle into where they were in Moto 1 because you got Buckman 1-1, Sathoff 2-3 right now. That's fairly consistent. Renneker 4-2. Brody Jones 3-5 for 4th overall, and then you start to get into the 7-4, 6-6 kind of riders, and that's the rest of your top 5 there overall. Well, looking for Buckman there, the 753. Going to be working through the laps here. And we're going to be looking at the white flag the next time we see the 753 rocking through the Texas 12-pack. And it looks like here he comes.
Going to take the white flag here. 1 lap left here for Buckman, the 753 out front with a commanding, probably about a 27-second lead here over second place. We talked about Ozzie Barbary Jr. There is his father, Ozzie Barbary Sr., walking down through the infield in his gear, and his mom down there in the blue jacket, Don. So they're watching their son, and then Senior right here just to the right of the Huddle Hut Dog Hut, the finish line stand. He is going to be heading straight up to staging immediately after the Pro Moto for our look at the vet riders. The Arkansas legend, Ozzie Barbary Jr. there, the 862. His first amateur spring race to attend since 2005, 18 years, Don Collings. He went on to race Supercross and Outdoor Nationals and getting his little son, Ozzie Barbary Jr.'s feet wet out here.
There you go. You always come back to where you felt comfortable, and I'm sure that's why he's back here. Got a lot of good memories from this Freestone course.
Yeah.
So final lap here for the riders in the 50cc 4 to 6. It is Buckman, Renneker, Meyer, Sathoff, and Brody Jones still running top 5. Looks like Bryson Smith going to make the move up to 6 as he's going to get around Bodie Roberts. So Roberts now 7th. So perfect day for racing here at Freestone County Raceway. Beautiful Wortham, Texas. Looks like the Wortham winds have showed up here today, Shand. It's been pretty dry and been pretty quiet as far as the winds go. So this day is really the first day we've had a pretty good steady wind going.
It's going to increase throughout the day. Around 1 or 2 p.m., Dawn, the winds are really going to advance. So we encourage everybody to really batten down their hatches and secure their canopies, their easy-ups, everything around their trailer. Just make sure everything's secured, tied down, because the wind will be picking up as the afternoon rolls forward here. There it is. There's the first howl.
And just on cue,
the announcer's jinx.
You can hear that wind in the background there. You think we're lying, folks? We're not. We can put that mic out the window and you can hear it.
That's right. Here is the 74. Jay Lee Oscalola completing the first lap for Jay Lee. Zion Gaines, the 33. We're going to be looking for Zion Gaines. Here is Zion Gaines. Check it out, Don. They are just new to racing, the Gaines family, but his father, a legend in the sport of motorcycle stunting on sport bikes. So
yeah, I've seen some of his stuff online. That's some crazy stuff. And you know, it's funny. The road racers and the stunt guys, they think motocross racers are stupid crazy. Yeah. And the motocross racers look at a guy dragging his knee at 200 and go, you guys are the ones who are crazy.
Right.
But right now, you'd be crazy to not know that the 753 of Cameron Buckman just took himself a championship here at the James Stewart Freestone Spring Championship.
And, Don, he has about a 28-29 second gap over Reneker. So the gauntlet has been thrown down here for the amateur class across the nation in this 51cc 4-6 limited. He might be challenged a little bit, but that's a monumental gap, 23 seconds over our second-place rider, Reneker. Edwin Meyer back there in third. But on the championship points run, it could be Jeffrey Satoth there in third, the 93. No, it's going to be Reneker. Satoth moves up to second.
Yeah, there you go.
So Satoth slides up to second on the podium on the box, and it's Reneker going to have that final podium position. Carter Reneker, the 101 on the Cobra with Buckman. Cameron Buckman, a solid 1-1 moto scores for 2 points.
Yeah, Buckman with the 100% hole shot, grabbing himself a championship.
Yeah, that's why it's easy to confuse. Ian Gray, Ian Gaines. 258 Pro Sport are lined up on the gate. Have they completed that yet or not? No. Okay. It is the 258 Pro Sport lined up on the gate for the third and final moto. Daxton Bennick, 4-1 moto scores. Mark Finnis in second. Ryder McNabb third.
All right. Carter Reneker, he'll take third overall, man. How's it feel to be down here?
Good.
Good? You know you can get third overall?
Not really.
Not really. So you just went hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Feel good. Yeah. I have no idea.
All right, and hey, I know. Get chilled out. Tell me who you'd like to thank.
Mom, Dad, RSK, Let's Ride, T-Rex, everyone else, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Give it up for our third place finisher. We got to move over here to the second place rider, dude. What a good moto you had. You didn't even know you got second overall, did you?
Nope.
How's it feel to be in the box now?
Good.
Did the hard work pay off?
Yep. That's it. Yeah.
That's
My mom and dad, Bees Motor Web, WTT 100, and that's it.
all right, guys. Give it up for our second place finisher, our class champion, Cam the Man, Cameron Buckman. You got the whole shot award. You got everything down here, didn't you?
Yeah.
How'd it feel? Was that moto good?
Yeah.
Say, of course I did. You didn't see my check, right?
Yeah.
Are you done today? You got more motos to race?
Yeah, I got more.
All right, man. I'll let you get ready for that. Tell me who you'd like to thank. Who got you here?
My mom, my dad, Cobra for making awesome bikes, FX Racing, Minton, Rhino Power, and everybody else.
All right, Cameron. I got something really special for you over here. You want this number one? He says, yeah. Take that number one plate right there. I'll put back up your whole shot for the top three here in the 51cc 6 class.
All right, so good times down there on the podium. Looks like a sight lap underway here for the 250A Pro Sport. 250A Pro Sport riders getting their sight lap in. Yes, you're in front of the camera, sir. We'd like to get a shot of your kid, but instead we're looking at the back of your head.
Take the lid off.
So looking at the 250A Pro Sport riders here as they're going to head out for their sight lap.
Now, dirt bikes in Florida every once in a while? That's pretty sweet, dude. You excited to go to James Stewart compound?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Tell me who you'd like to thank.
Dad.
All right, guys, give it up for Ryan Williams getting the job done out there.
There you go. Another one of the luck of the draw recipients there. That luck of the draw means even though you did not get the championship, you're going to make a trip down to Florida to go to James Stewart's personal compound and get a chance to spend the day with the Stewarts and ride down there. And again, that's something that James really wanted us to do. Because when you just have the champions, sometimes, you know, those guys are used to being at the bigger places. It's not that big of a deal. Somebody who is farther down in the order is just going to really appreciate that day. They love having them come down there. I know Big James does a lot of work to get the tracks ready, so they want to have a crew of people coming down and having a good time with them down there, Shand.
Don, you're right. It's absolutely the luck of the draw. It just happens to be a complete luck of the draw, and it's an opportunity for an average rider that would never get that opportunity to ever go visit and hang out with James Stewart and ride his track. So big shout out to James Stewart, Malcolm Stewart, and the Stewart family, as well as the Miller family for putting that all together for some of these riders. This rider could be back in 7th place. He might be in 15th place. He might be in 10th place. It's truly a luck of the draw award. And it's going to mean something to all these families. Check out the 12 there, throwing it sideways, the pancake. And did we ever get word on what happened to his motorcycle yesterday in the Open A Pro Sport class?
I don't think we ever did hear what happened exactly, but we know that definitely something happened with the 12 of Parker Ross. So,
yeah, I'm curious. You know, he was running really solid, and all of a sudden just checked up and started to really just kind of cruise around the track.
Well, you know what? If he gets down on the podium, maybe Dean Dowes will be able to tell us that. So we have got the riders in the 250A Pro Sport coming out next. Looking at the first motos, Dax Bennick right now sitting on a 4-1 score. Mark Finnis with 2-2 scores. And a 1-3 for Ryder McNabb. You got Preston Baseflug finishing 3rd and 4th in his respective first motos. Jet Reynolds comes in with 8-5 scores. Avery Long 6-6. Trevor Nelson 9-7. And it looks like Crockett Myers sitting on a 10-8 score right now as they run. And it looks like Mark Finnis, the 105 right now with a 2-2. That's going to give him the top spot before we drop the gate. And we'll see how it's going to happen here in the final moto. So all done with the sight lap for the 258 Pro Sport. Getting ready to head up back down into the gate. You can see the mechanics got everything prepped up for him down there. So going to be interesting to see who's going to come away with the championship here, as we've got some pretty tight battles through the top 5. But it looks like right now Finnis, the rider in the driver's seat with a 2-2, as Bennick with a 4-1. And it looks like it's going to be McNabb with a 1-3. So that's the top 3 right now.
Yeah, 4 points, two riders with 4 points, one rider, Bennick, with 5 points. But, man, Bennick, Finnis, McNabb, don't count out Baseflug, Reynolds, Avery Long, Parker Ross to kind of be in there and kind of throw a kink into things here, Don.
Yeah, they can definitely be up in the mix. There's no two ways about it. We would not be surprised to see either of those riders out front and take the win. So it looks like we're checking them down the line right now. Here we go. 2 card goes up. So the 2 card is up. It's going to turn around to 1. And it's going to get ready to go sideways. And we are going to go and drop the gate as the revs are going to come up and hit the rev limiter here. Here we go.
40 of the fastest amateur pro-am riders in the nation making their way around the 100%. First turn here at Freestone County Raceway for moto number 3 of the 258 Pro Sport. Ross, Bennick, Varola, Zaremba, Finch, Baseflug, Gardner, Pascal, Broderick, Myers, Nelson, Finnis, Dixon, Reynolds, DeRoe, Blakeney, and so it is Mark Finnis, the 105 with the hole shot, leading the charge here, and Finnis comes into this with 2-2 moto scores, Don. So that's exactly where he needs to remain. That would give him 5 points.
Yep.
And everybody else would have 4 and 5 points collectively, or 6 points. So Finnis has to stay in that spot, Don Collings, if he wants to hold on to this 258 Pro Sport Championship run.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's doing the right thing right now by getting out front. He's got clear track. We have to watch Finnis put down the heater laps here for the first 2 or 3 times around. Take advantage of this good start.
He goes to the shock socks, the outside of the shock socks S turn, as does our 3rd and 4th place riders. Our 2nd place rider there moves to the inside. It looks like Avery Long moves to the inside of the shock socks S turn. So just kind of mentally noting these line selection choices, you would think that Finnis would have hugged the inside just to protect that inside, but he wanted to carry that maximum speed and maintain flow around that outside corner.
Yeah, and you know, that's the thing about that turn. It's an evenly matched section. Whoever gets the better drive at the end, you're going to get the advantage coming out of it. So, yeah, Finnis, he was able to take a chance there. Go to the outside. And here we go. Look at this. Finnis starting to get away early. That's what you've got to do.
Yeah, through the Bud Moore throttle section of the track into Team Cramp Corner and up and over Cemetery Hill. Right now is the 105, your leader, Mark Finnis. Hung out with his mom last night up at the pavilion for the concert. A great lady. Super sweet, super nice.
Here we go. Top 5 through the Texas 12-pack. All right, so Avery Long hanging on a 2nd. There's Baseflug, it looks like, in 3rd. Bennick in 4th. And Reynolds going to round out the top 5. That's the ones we want to see up front, Shand.
Basefluke 3-4 moto scores back there in third position. He needs to move up into second or first if he wants to get up into that championship podium rung here. He's just outside there in fourth position, the 28 of Basefluke, sitting in fourth coming into this with 7 points.
Yeah, and Finnis doing everything he can early on to get away from the rest of the field. And right now, Avery Long is Mark Finnis's best friend on the track. If he can keep the rest of the riders behind him, Basefluke going to the inside along with Long, and Bennick still in fourth.
You're right, Don. Avery Long finishing first and second motos in sixth position consistently, both motos. So you're right. He is every rider's friend at this point, taking that second place position, hogging up that space.
There you go.